Hello everyone, this is Pash from Soul Therapy by Pash, and I'm back here with my reading today. As you could see, we have three legs here, three legs this side, so it's most obvious read of mine. As you could see, a lot of flames coming out, so it's a twin flame reading. After a long time, I'm doing this read, and this is the love messages read. This is the read about those who are on this wonder journey. This journey is called as twin flame journey. It's called as soulmate journey by Lord, whatever you want to call it. But it's a beautiful unconditional love journey. People who are on this journey are blessed to be on this journey. It's a journey of unconditional love. It's a journey of healing. It's a journey of loving yourself, healing your genetic traumas, your ancestral wounds. So yes, I'm here on this channel of mine to give beautiful reading about these beautiful beings who are on this planet for a special mission and soul purpose. I'll give a brief to those who are new to this channel, who don't know what is twin flame, who are twin flames, and why they exist on this planet. So twin flames are mystical in nature. A lot of people know about it. A lot of people are still not aware about it. And a lot of people are confused whether they are in a twin flame connection or not. So twin flame connection is, in 99% of cases, it's a romantic connection, first of all. Twin flame connection is also called as, it's a 5D consciousness connection. It's also called as soulmate connection by some of them. But for me, I always consider soulmate and twin flame separately, because for me, soulmates can be platonic in nature also. Like you can be soulmate to your colleague, you can be soulmate to your friend, you can be soulmate to your cousin or sister or brother. But twin flames are most of the times romantic in nature. And basically, before incarnation, how twin flames come on this planet. So basically, before incarnation, one soul that we have, the soul that we have, gets divided into two fragments into two. And then this soul, that the light we know, which is within us as a soul, that divides into two, and it enters into two different bodies. Now, why this happens is because these two bodies have some soul mission and soul purpose on this planet when they incarnate on the earth. There is one divine masculine energy, one feminine energy, that is divine feminine energy. Why we call them as divine? Because they are on this divine journey with a divine special mission and a special purpose. We all have masculine, feminine energies within us, which we need to balance. And that's how the struggle starts. In some people, the masculine energy is dominant, being a female body also. And in some, female energy is dominant, being in the male body also. So we need to balance those energies within us, which is called the inner union of the soul, right? So twin flames, when they incarnate on earth, they take birth into completely opposite families, opposite in terms of culture, opposite in terms of thinking, opposite in terms of maybe distance. They are completely in different part of the world, but they are connected through their soul frequency, because the soul is the same. So they can sense, they can feel each other at every point of time. But when we are children, right, we are small, we don't know what we are feeling, but definitely we have some sort of image or some sort of blurred, I will say, image of someone who we feel very connected to. Or maybe from our childhood, we know that we have someone who has like 6 feet of height, will have beard, and some prince kind of person or princess kind of a lady with long hairs will come into my life at some point of time. Some this kind of weird dreams you get, or some weird energies you get, feel around you. So you know from your starting that you have some sort of special connect, but you don't understand. You understand at a very later age of life. Then you grow up, you get conditioned by different families in different ways. You get your own traumas from those families. You get your own genetic wounds from those families. And then your mission is to individually get conditioned and then start your healing process. You get married, you get children, regardless you get married or not, it doesn't matter. But still, you go into your own life journey. And at one point of time, on the divine timing, you both, as different bodies in one souls, meet in this lifetime. And when you meet, the bubble phase starts, which is the first phase of the twin flame journey. Bubble phase is the phase where you feel deeply connected with this person because you have the same soul. You feel your soul frequencies amalgamating. You feel that this person's soul is coming out, your soul is coming out in physical 3D world, and your souls are amalgamating with each other. This is a physical experience of many in 3D world. And then you get a lot of signs and symptoms, angelic numbers, you get dreams where you are guided that this person is someone special from your past life or twin flame or soulmate or something like that. Then after the bubble phase comes the phase where you are ready to go into the separation stage, which is a very, very important stage of twin flame journey, where you separate from each other to heal to go on your mission and to heal yourself, your heal genetic wounds, your own traumas and all those stuff, right? So how this separation happens, you are happily in the bubble phase, you like each other, you lovey-dovey kind of a stage, which ends, I think, around 6 to 8 months. Timelines doesn't matter. Everyone has a different twin flame journey. Everyone has all the stages of twin flame journey, but for some twin flame journey, stages can be chronically different, I'll say. The hierarchy of the stages are different. So take the way it resonates to you. Then separation stage happens because you both are same soul and you are the pieces of the same magnet. So when you come together, closer to each other, you repel. And why you repel? Because you start mirroring each other. You start seeing flaws in each other. You start seeing negativity in each other because the other person, the other half of your soul is reflecting your negativity, your soul negativity, whatever you are carrying inside your soul, the wounds, the traumas, the issues, all those, your other part of the soul reflect on you. You mirror each other because you are similar soul on the similar blueprints, created on the similar blueprints, right? Soul blueprints. So when you trigger each other at every point of time, there is jealousy, there is competition, there is you can't tolerate your person with someone else. You start feeling jealous, you start feeling competitive about that person, you start feeling egotistical about each other, and then you go into a separation stage where you go on your separate journeys, you get into your own healing, you understand about self-love. So the divine feminine energy understands this connection first, and why I'm saying she is the feminine energy, regardless of the male or female body. We talk about only energies, not the genders. So divine feminine energy is way more awakened than the divine masculine energy. So the divine feminine energy get to know about this connection first, and they get into their healing process, they get into their self-love process, they understand this connection, that this connection is on a runner-chaser dynamic. So initially the divine feminine starts chasing the divine masculine, but the divine masculine starts running from the divine feminine because they are repelling each other. They start getting fear of intimacy, fear of commitments suddenly. And regardless of their 3D conditions, maybe your divine masculine energy is married or you are married or something like that. So the divine feminine starts chasing, and when the divine masculine keep running, then the divine feminine gets into a spiritual awakening, which can happen by many other reasons, but twin flame journey is also one of the reasons of spiritual awakening. Get into spiritual awakening, go through the stages of the spiritual awakening journey, go through dark night of the soul, which is like the darkest phase. They get into the darkest, deepest fears of them, that is the divine feminine energy, and then they rise from the ashes. They rise from the ashes, they learn how to navigate through this journey. They understand that this journey is not going to get complete by focusing on the divine masculine, and they pull themselves back and they focus on their own journey. They focus on their own healing. They develop their own self-love, own passions, own path to follow, and they completely pull back their energy and focus from the divine masculine energy to their own energy. But doing this, for me as a twin flame coach, I have seen lot of people who find it very difficult to bring their attention back or pull their attention back from the divine masculine to themselves. It's very difficult. It's not an easy thing to do because the way I'm saying it is not so easy, because you are the part of the same soul. You are the same soul actually. And when you separate, you feel pains of 1,000 fractures. You feel like something is breaking inside you. You feel like depression. You feel like you're dying. You feel like everything is crashing down. And that's how divine feminine feels, because divine masculine is not yet awakened about this connection. So divine feminine, after going through all these things, rising from the ashes, dark night of the soul, she rise up above this connection in 3D world, and she understands that this connection lies in the 5D consciousness. This connection is all about unconditional love. Whether you're physically together or not, still you are the part of the same, you're part of the same soul, right? And you are in union. And then the divine feminine raises their level in terms of their spirituality. They elevate, and they work on themselves. The inner work happens a lot. Sometimes it takes a lot of years also to do that in separation stage. And then once she elevates, once she pulls back her energy from the divine masculine starts feeling, slowly they start feeling awakened. They feel, okay, what's happening? Where is my divine feminine? Where is my chaser who was chasing me? Now she's no more. And they start feeling that emptiness. They start feeling that loneliness. They start feeling that anxiety, that why suddenly she pulled back and why this happened, why she's focusing on herself. Is she dating someone else? Is she with someone else? Has she already forgotten about me? So all these things happens within the divine masculine, which whether divine masculine energy shows or not, it doesn't matter. This happens within them during the separation stage. And slowly they, at one point of time, again on divine timing, they get into their awakening, and they realize that this connection is way stronger than they feel. This connection is way deeper and way, I'll say, deeper, and it's not only about passion or sexual energy or something like that. It's more about unconditional love. It's a 5D consciousness. They both start dreaming about each other. They start talking in dreams with each other. They start astro travel with each other as soon as they start elevating. So divine masculine shows the path to the divine feminine shows the path to divine masculine, how to elevate, how to so basically the divine feminine is the inspiration and the soul journey to the divine masculine. That is basically the Shiva Shakti energy. This is the Radha Krishna energy. So basically they are all twin flames who have shown path. The purpose of this journey is also to show that the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy unites when they are in complete union within themselves. And that's what happens when Ardhanarishwar, like the Shiva we say, that when the divine feminine half of this energy and divine masculine half of this energy unites within you, inside you, when you do inner work, when you heal yourself, you feel complete within yourself without your twin flame. Then your twin flame starts awakening. That's what happens with divine feminine. When she gets into an inner union, she feels complete within herself. She feels that no one can complete her except herself. And still keeping that unconditional love for their twin flame, whether they are in physical separation or not, regardless. They know that this is a 5D consciousness connection. They understand this connection well. They stop chasing. Then divine masculine start rising up. And when divine masculine start rising up, they need their divine feminine to heal them. Now they feel that they need to get healed from the divine feminine. They seek for divine feminine energy at that point of time. And then slowly they come into the chasing energy. The way I'm telling it, it doesn't happen so fast. It takes huge timelines, sometimes 10 years, 6 years, 20 years, 15 years, lot of wait. So I always say that if you are on twin flame journey, wait is something which you should forget about, because this is not a time bounded journey. You have to heal yourself. You have to complete your karma cycles. You have to complete your soul contracts. If you are in a marriage or with children, you have to complete your soul contracts. You have to complete your karmic connections. And then when you unite within yourself, then you are ready for your physical union with your twin flame. Now this physical union, when it happens on the divine timing with the divine mission and soul purpose. Divine mission can be anything, like giving birth to a child in this universe who heals this world, or doing some sort of business together which heals this world. So basically the healing in the universe happens when twin flames unite in physical 3D world, and they bring a lot of light in the world. So it's a completely divided kind of journey. Lot of questions related to twin flame journey asked to me, and very specific and common question that I'm asked that, okay, now I'm married, I have kids, I know this person is my twin flame. What should I do? Should I leave my husband and rush to my twin flame? Of course not. You have your soul contracts with your parents. You have your soul contract with your husband. You have your soul contract with your kids. So until you complete those soul contracts, you cannot skip these contracts and rush toward your twin flame. Your twin flame is not going to accept you that way. Twin flame journey is a divinely guided journey. So you're not supposed to control it in any way, shape, or form. You have to trust divine, you have to surrender, and you have to let go of any sort of control. You cannot manipulate your existing connections to be with your twin flame. So this is very important to mention, that there is no weight as such in this connection, because everything happens on divine timing. You have to completely focus on your own healing, inner work, your own individual soul mission and purpose. And if you are divinely guided to get into union with your soul mission and purpose, you both will unite. And if by any chance you both try to control this journey and unite yourself before divine timing, before healing yourself, before doing the inner work, you'll again get into separation. And this will become a cycle. You unite, you separate, you unite, you separate, which will be very, very painful for you. So I would not recommend that. I would recommend to completely focus on self-love, self-healing, because I always say it's a journey of self first. You have to be complete within yourself to understand this journey. You should not seek any sort of love from outside. Parallelly, simultaneously keeping that unconditional love for your twin flame. And always remember one more question, which a lot of people ask me, that my person emotionally abuses me or physically abuses me, and I still feel that they are my twin flame and I have labeled it as my twin flame, so I'm staying in this connection. No, you're not supposed to do that. Any connection which is toxic, physically, mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, that's not your twin flame. Twin flame connections in most of the cases are not toxic. Your twin flame can avoid you, your twin flame can mistreat you, they can push you back because of fear of intimacy, fear of commitment, or fear of some sort of soul bond that they feel with you and they don't want to accept it. But they will never hurt you because you are the same soul. I'm talking about unintentionally. I'm talking about intentionally. Unintentionally they might, but not intentionally. They will never hurt you because you are a part of the same soul. And you cannot hurt your own soul, right? So it's such a beautiful journey. It's such a beautiful connection. We are here with some love messages from your person, from your twin flame, regardless they are in the divine feminine energy or masculine energy. We will read if you are in separation stage, which most of the twin flames are at this point of time, what your person's soul wants to convey to your soul. Why we talking about soul messages is because this is a 5D consciousness connection. Regardless where you are in 3D, you have 10 kids, 5 kids, 2 kids, or you have husband in your life, or you have parents in your life, and 3D, it feels like impossible to be in union with your twin flame. Regardless of all this, still your twin flame is relaying these messages from their soul to your soul. And always remember, divine masculines and divine feminine souls always push them towards moving forward in this journey. They get the nudges from their soul, regardless they follow it or not, in the form of intuition, in the form of angelic numbers, in the form of divine judgments, whatever. Right? So let's start this reading. It's very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. After a long time, I'm getting the messages on this. Before that, I would like to talk about the collective energies, which also affect the divine masculine and feminine energy in this twin flame reading. So basically, there are not only one twin flames, there are thousands, lakhs of twin flames. I don't know how many of twin flames on this planet with the purpose of healing. And they have a soul mission and soul purpose. So what I would say is that these collective energies of all the twin flames also, like divine masculine, all the divine masculines will be surrounded by similar energy, collective energy, and divine feminine will be affected by the similar divine feminine collective energy, right? So in collective energies, if we talk about at this point of time, the divine masculines are on the stage of most of the divine masculines. Again, it's up to you where you are in this journey and what stage you are in. Timelines can be different. Whatever messages are coming here, they might resonate to you today or in near tomorrow, or in just, it might have resonated with you in just the past. So take the way it resonates to you. So divine masculine energy is on the phase where they are almost almost on the verge of confessing. We have been seeing this verge of confession by saying what she's talking about. Every time she comes with a twin flame reading, she always talks about divine masculine on the verge. Yes, because there are a lot of twin flames who have got messages and communication from their divine masculine energy. Because the divine masculine energy are coming back as chasers now. They are slowly coming back into re-entering into the life of the divine feminine in way different shape and forms, I'll say. So this is the time of the return for the divine masculines because they really, really seek and they need healing. Because divine masculines heals in the presence of their divine feminine energy, regardless they treat them as a friend or howsoever, it doesn't matter. And divine feminine heals in separation. That's how it works. So let's start with the messages before any delay. Divine feminines, yes, they are rising, they are growing, they are spiritually getting awakened. Shakti energy. We are in the age of Aquarius. That's who we are, right? So let's start with the first message, which is my twin flame deck. First message from your person's soul self. Regardless your person in the 3D, how they are behaving, whether they are talking to you, telling you all this or not, or completely opposite they are behaving, this is the message from their soul self. If you are in a real twin flame connection, mind it, right? I sabotaged this connection and I regret it. So they are saying that they have sabotaged this connection and they really regret it. They know it, right? What is the truth? They're confused. What is the truth? Is this connection really the truth? When you chase them, was that the truth or they're just hallucinating their feeling? Not the right time. I'm overwhelmed with responsibilities. I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. So this person might have not chased you, might have not accepted this connection because this person might thought that this is not the right time. Maybe they'll talk to you later or they'll connect with you later because they were overwhelmed with a lot of responsibilities and they didn't have time at that point of time. That's what they thought. Chaser. They have fear of abandonment. They have codependency. Some have fear of abandonment. Some have fear of commitment. Some have fear of intimacy. All these fears come from a lot of wounds that are conditioning that you get from your childhood. So this person is saying because of fear of abandonment, you keep on chasing them, but they never paid attention to it because they thought that one day you will leave them. Forgiveness. I'm struggling to get over the past. They really seek your forgiveness. They're really struggling to get over the past. I thought this was just lust, but I was not used to love flowing through me like this. This person initially thought this is a karmic connection or a 3D connection and it's passion only, a sexual connection, but they later realized they were never used to of flowing love, unconditional love like this within them. They thought it was just lust. I love you today, tomorrow and always. I was just a fool for not admitting it earlier. So they are saying that they love you today, tomorrow and every time, every day. Always. I was just a fool. They're saying they were just a fool of not admitting this earlier to you. I'm scared of rejection. Of course, now they are scared of rejection. They feel that if they say this to you, that they love you and they were the fool to not to admit this, they are scared that you will reject them now. You will not accept them. Playing games. This is a game to me. The way I'm acting, responding or posting it to get your attention. So this person might be playing games on social media with you. They might be blocking their account. They might be opening their account. They might be keeping their account private and then opening it public for you. They might be playing games to see your reactions, to get your attention, to get your reaction. And they feel that you don't know it. But trust me, you know it. All twin flames understand this, especially the divine feminine energy. They understand these games because they have healed so much out of this connection that they understand that why the divine masculine energy is doing this to seek their attention. So if your twin flame is playing games on social media, blocking you, unblocking you, making their account private to create curiosity so that you look into their account and you chase them, it's not going to happen. This is not going to work. Divine masculines, if you're listening to me. Clock. Needing time cycles takes time to heal, progressing. So this person is basically, in the past, they wanted time. They need time to heal themselves from a lot of wounds. They were going through a lot of cycles. They are progressing. New chapter. This person really wants to move on with you and start a new chapter with you. That's what I'll say. I daydream of our future together. So they want a new chapter with you. They daydream of a future together with you. Other people were interfering and trying to control me. So they might have paid a lot of attention to what people said about this connection. Maybe you were married and they thought that they discussed with their friends and their friends said you should not get into a married women connection or something like that. I don't know why I'm feeling that. So other people were interfering or trying to control them on this connection. Drama. And that's what they've gone through. A lot of drama. Because their friends, their family members, they tried to interfere, they tried to control them. And that's what happened. A lot of drama they gone through. Focused on money. I'm currently focusing on my career finances. My main priority is financial stability. So this person is currently focusing on their money, their stability, their financial stability. They're focused on their career. That's what they're saying. Grounding, stability and security, performance, growth and endurance. Of course, the second card is also about grounding and stability. So this person is definitely focusing on their grounding, their own stability, their growth and endurance. Chaser. Again, the chaser card is here. So this person, now I think they have a feeling of slowly start chasing you. That's what I feel. Because you got it second time. When I look into your eyes, the whole world stops and I forget where I am. So basically, they really, really are super impressed by your eyes. Your eyes are the highlight for them. So the whole world stops and they forget what they were saying when they look into your eyes. That's what they're saying. I miss our conversations and the sound of your voice. So they miss your conversations, or both of your conversations with each other, and they miss your voice also. They miss talking to you. I'm obsessed with you. So they are obsessed with you. They might be watching you on social media. They might be playing games with you also on social media. Still listening. I listen to the music you have shared with me. It helps me to connect with you although we are apart. So you might have shared some sort of songs with them, some sort of music with them. They still listen to that music to connect with you. Death. They feel that the relationship is over. They are not going to get any chances, any more second chances. They feel it's what's dead is dead. They cannot bring this connection alive anymore now. Habits. And they also know that they have some habits which they never know they can change or not. They really are not confident about themselves of changing their own toxic habits. Wow. So this is how love feels like. Real love feels like. So now they understand how the real love is feeling like. It's hitting them with a ton of bricks. Please be patient because I'm afraid of commitments. So they are saying, please be patient with me. I'm working on myself. I'm really afraid of commitments. I have fear of abandonment. I long for your kiss. They are seeking physical intimacy with you. You are my soulmate. It must be written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny. We belong together. So they are saying that we most definitely belong together. You are their destiny. You are their soulmate. That's what they're saying. Teddy bear. They are interested in you. They want a blooming romance with you. They want to flirt with you. They want to date you. Disagreements. I wish you understood how I feel. So this person really felt very hurt over the disagreements that you both had, or whatever you had in between your connection, regardless of your situation. They felt really hurt about it. And they are very proud of you, of everything that you are doing today. They are very proud of you. The universe is fighting for our souls to be together. So they know that this is a divine-based connection, divine timing connection. So they know that the universe is fighting for the soul, both the souls to be together. I'll say one soul in two bodies to be together. Will this ever change? Will this connection move ahead? Will this ever change? Will this separation end? That's what they're trying to ask. Let me go. You deserve all the good things in this world right now. I'm not in a space to give you the type of connection you deserve. Live your life and let me go. So they're really tied up with you because you are the same soul, of course. So they feel suffocated. They say that they don't deserve you. You deserve a lot more than them. So let them go. That's what they're saying. Passion. They feel instant chemistry, sparks with you, burning desire for you. They are feeling huge passion for you, which is an integral part of this journey. Reciprocate. I want to have equal give and take. This person might have only taken from you and not given to you their energy or time or whatever. They were always running from you. Now this person want to reciprocate to you. So many things remind me of you and it's crazy. So they are saying there are so many things that reminds them of you and it's crazy for them. Numbers, angelic number, divine nudges, your name they might be seeing everywhere, or the songs that you shared with them they might be hearing everywhere. Please understand that I need space right now. This person is asking for space to heal. I wish I could be a different person. So they are definitely healing. They are wishing that they could be a different person and deserving for you. So maybe they are working on themselves, I'll say. Feeling lost. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do, say anymore. It's easier to just stay in silence. So they don't know what to talk to you. They don't know how to reinitiate this conversation, re-enter into your life. They don't know what to do and say anymore. And that's why they are feeling lost and staying silent. Coffin. So basically, they want new beginnings. They are going through a rebirth and transition in their life. They are definitely healing. Unfinished business. We still have things to resolve and discuss. So this person knows that you both have unfinished business and things to resolve and discuss. Your beauty is so captivating that I forget to play. So they are captivated by your beauty. Physical and your soul beauty, both. I will take action soon. Please believe in me. So they are saying they'll take action soon towards you. Believe in them. I can't do this right now. So believe in them. They are not doing this right now because they can't do it right now. So trust them. They will take that action. My dreams. I have been dreaming about you in my dreams. We are so free in love. I wish I could stay there. So they are dreaming about you. They are free in their dreams with you. They do whatever they want to do with you. So they want to stay there always. Heartbroken. They are deeply feeling lost, despair, breakup, deeply sad and hurt with the separation. This is the second card we got for the feeling lost. Understanding. Now they are understanding and seeing your side of the story, that what happened, because now they are stepping into the shoes of you, that is the chaser. I feel at home with you. Typical twin flame card. So they feel at home with you. Let's go with one last round and we'll wrap up this reading then. I never experienced this intense connection before. So they know that this is something different. This is an intense connection. They never experienced this type of connection before. I have to let you go to find myself. They let you go because they wanted to find themselves. They wanted to know what they want in their life. Because they had fear of commitment, fear of abandonment. So they let you go. Need time to heal, of course. Right now I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing, self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. So it's not because of you that they are not talking to you. It's because they need time to heal from their own wounds, which is fair enough, right? You also did that. Girl with a snake. Charmed or used enable boundaries. So this person might have been charmed and used a lot of time. So they need to have strong boundaries and they are working on that. Unsatisfied. They're feeling unsatisfied. They're not happy with the things, how they are going. So it's very, very sad, lost and unsatisfying energy. Last card of the reading today. You are so different from anyone I know, yet you feel so familiar. So they say that you are so different from anyone they know, but you are still so familiar to you because both of your souls are connected to each other because you are the same soul. Beautiful messages. I hope these messages resonated with you. And for all those who are on this journey, I wish you all the luck. I wish you all the patience. This journey is not easy. This journey is something which is beyond people's understanding, beyond the imagination of the world. It's something which you cannot see. You just feel it and you know it. And that's why I always say, if you're on twin flame journey, don't ask for a validation from outside, from any tarot reader or anyone. It's you and your soul and your intuition who knows it that you're on this journey. And trust me, when you are on this journey, initially, it feels like when you go through dark night of the soul, it's not easy. But yes, when you come out of the darkness, when you rise from the ashes, then that's the time that you know that you really worked upon yourself, not because you are on this journey, but because you are blessed and you're the chosen one. Not every soul chooses to fragment into two and take birth on this planet. So you are the chosen one. So behave like a chosen one. Don't wait for anyone to complete you. You are complete in yourself. Right? So I hope you like this reading. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment on this reading. Please put up your comments, what you liked, what you don't like. Claim this energy for sure. If you are on this journey, I would say that there are a lot of unions happening and there are a lot of communications coming from the divine masculine energy. So if you are expecting your divine masculine energy to communicate with you, it's coming soon. So trust me. But don't wait for it. Keep on working on yourself. Keep working on your self-love. Keep healing yourself, right? And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Soul Therapy by Bash. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Soul Therapy by Bash, and my Facebook account, Soul Therapy by Bash. And if you want to book my reading, then you can go to my Linktree app, which is on my bio on Instagram and Facebook page, or you can easily book it on my website through my website link. One more thing, if you are from India, why I'm saying this, because I recently got a lot of confusion because of this. If you are from India and you're booking an online read with me, first of all, when you're filling up the form, just make sure that you are choosing a read India read in Indian currency. It's mentioned on my website. So you have to just slide from Singapore to India and you'll get all the India readings, which I do for my online India clients, right? So just you have to do on my website, if you go down, you'll find a tab to move from Singapore to India and you'll get all the packages for my India reads. So there you can book my India read, because if you book with me Singapore read and you are in India, it would be difficult for me to coordinate with you. This recently happened with many of my clients, so I just wanted to highlight in this reading that if you're from India and if you're watching this read and you want to book a reading with me, please do that. Please go ahead. But just go to my website and just slide it towards India and you'll get all the India packages and book it from there. And then as soon as I get an email of your booking, I'll just coordinate with you on a WhatsApp contact, right? So thank you so much for watching this read. I hope that you love this read. I hope this reading gave you a lot of clarity. So take care, love and light. Bye.